Hello everyone, Lance Danger here for day 16 of 100 Days of Making Comics. I wasn't able to do much sketching today. I'm probably going to do more tonight before I go to sleep. It was a very long day today. We went to two different museums and Madrid Palace as well, the Royal Palace. That was a lot of fun. We also had a lot of food today. We had a lot of fun today, pretty much. And I also got some art materials, as I mentioned in the previous videos. I was going to stack up on some more art materials. Like here, I got some more micron pens, some grayscale brushes, brush markers rather, more micron pens of different colors, and more micron pens. Good to stack up for that inking and also for when I start the fall semester for school as well. And as I mentioned in the previous video, I was able to get volume 1 and 2 of the J. Michael Straczynski and John Romita Jr. run on Amazing Spider-Man. So now I have volumes 1 through 4. Volume 5 has not come out yet. I do not believe it's not going to come out in the time that I'm going to be here in Spain, so I'm probably going to miss out on that one. Volume 5 is being advertised as the trade containing the final arc that John Romita Jr. was the artist on Amazing Spider-Man, while J. Michael Straczynski was writing it. And oddly enough, and I had not seen this one before, it just came out. I don't know when I saw in the store today when I was going to buy these two volumes. This is Spider-Man One More Day. And I don't know if anyone's read the blogs that I've written at truthfulcomics.com. I'll try to put the links later on in the description bar. For those who might know that I loathe this story. I absolutely hate One More Day. I won't really go into the details. Maybe one day I'll do a video, yes, specifically of that if I'm able to gather the nerve to do it, because I know that I've been pretty harsh on it on a couple of blogs that I've written as one of the most infuriating stories I've ever seen, that I've ever read, rather. And I almost didn't buy this because, again, it's a story that I did not enjoy at all. It's a story where editorial interfered a lot. It was J. Michael Straczynski's final story on Amazing Spider-Man. From what I can remember back in the day, he was opposed to ending the story the way it ended, to the point where pretty much Joe Quesada, who was the artist on this storyline, ended up pretty much writing the final issue of the story. And it's a sad way to see J.M. Straczynski's run on Spider-Man end on this note. Although my stance has softened a bit on this story, because recently when he announced he was taking his leave from comics, he had mentioned on his Facebook that at the time that he was working on Marvel, he was practically blind. It was something that it was a condition in his eyes that he was losing his sight more and more as the years went by, to the point where he was practically blind, and he called Joe Quesada personally crying about it, like literally crying, because he was pretty much blind and they were able to work around it so he could also be able to wrap up his run on Spider-Man. And if anyone that's read that post, I recommend anybody to read that Facebook post on J. Michael Straczynski's Facebook page if you're a fan of his. That he eventually got eye surgery for that ailment, and he wrote that he's seeing better than he has in his entire life, which really makes me happy for him. It really does. And I love to read novels and I love to go to plays. So, as I mentioned in the previous video, in one way, shape, or form, I've seen his career go from places to places, from animation like the real Ghostbusters and Jason the Wheeled Warriors, to television with Babylon 5, to comics, of course, with Rising Stars, Spider Man, um, Wonder Woman, Year One. I believe there was another comic as well. Again, my mind is a bit frazzled right now with the whole time change and whatnot. I still haven't been able to adapt too much to it. Empire, I believe it was called, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I think it was called Empire. That I think he did it with this artist that I forgot his name as well now. And I love this artist too. He used to draw Action Comics, and most recently he was drawing Star Wars for Marvel. I'm gonna hate myself. Stuart Immelman. Yes, that's the artist's name. Stuart Immelman. I believe Empire was the name of that comic. Don't quote me on that. I have, because sometimes for some reason I kind of also confuse Kurt Busiek with JMS for some odd reason. But anyway, One More Day is a very polarizing story, even for the most hardcore Spider Man fans, and I am a pretty hardcore Spider Man fan. Really like the art. It's quintessential Joe Quesada artwork. But it's just again the story. It didn't make sense then. It doesn't make sense now, and I doubt it ever will, to me at least. To anybody that may have liked it, to each their own. Really, like, it's. I honestly have no words for it except for I really, really dislike an intense dislike for this story, to be honest. The art is pretty. Again, it's Joe Quesada. And it's historic in the sense that it was JMS's final run on Spider Man, but I wish he had been able to go off on a better note than that. But it's all good. It's all comics, and even with the bad, there's some good. Like I mentioned, it's Joe Quesada. He's my all-time favorite comic book artist. He's the artist that made me want to be a comic book artist. And J. Michael Straczynski, again, I've been following his career since I was a kid, from Ghostbusters and Jason the Wheeled Warriors forward. So, and I like reading novels and plays, so I'll definitely, most likely, will be following him into that stage of his career now as well, and really looking forward to see what he does. So, anyway, I'm going to wrap up this video now. It's going to be about 10 minutes long, and half of it was ranting about One More Day, of course. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Another day, another flawless victory. I'm going to see if I can find. Again, it's just that it's been so difficult to kind of like find a spot to take decent pictures and also not carry a lot of stuff around too, because we walk a lot around here. Like seriously, like if my phone had data right now, I would have like a million Pokemon eggs hatching, like if it were like an aliens movies, and face huggers and chest busters coming all over, except they're Pokemon and they're disgustingly cute and they're ripping my rib cage apart and hugging my face, and I lost I lost my train of thought. Anyway, thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you guys soon.